Things were looking so good for the Switch 2, and then something diabolical happened. I really wanted to channel my inner critical right now because I have so much shit I want to say about the Switch 2 because it looks great. Everything they announced about it, the hardware, the software, the chat stuff, the mouse stuff, everything about it that they showed off in the direct looks fantastic, right? The new Mario Kart looks great. New DK looks great. The screen is handheld is 1080p, 120 FPS. It could output 4K 60 while it's docked. That's awesome. Everything is great. That's everything we've been asking for, right? Older Switch games are getting upgrades. GameCube is coming to the Nintendo Switch Online, so that's awesome. That actually gives me a reason to get the expansion. But either way, out of all this cool shit, all this cool hardware, all these cool announcements, the biggest problem is the price. They didn't even mention the price in the direct. You found out afterward. It's $450 for just the console, $500 if you get it with Mario Kart bundled on it digitally. But the real kicker is that separately, Mario Kart World is $80. That is absolutely insane bullshit. I'm sorry. Like, $70 was already pushing it for Tears of the Kingdom. And now you're trying to tell me you want to sell me Mario Kart for 80? Mario Kart? Really? Listen, Mario Kart World looks great. Like the whole interconnected world, you know, the free roaming, all this stuff. It looks fun as hell, but Jesus Christ, $80? Like, we're getting into crazy territory. Just absolute fucking wacko shenanigans. Like, I can't take it. Like, first of all, 450 for the Switch 2 already was pretty high. Like, oh my god. I was expecting like 400 at most, so 450 is already over what we are all expecting. And then $80 for one game? The hell are we doing? Then you see Donkey Kong, the new DK, which looks incredible. It's basically like Donkey Kong Odyssey in my eyes. It's $70, and it's like, okay, 70 I can swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow. I don't like swallowing 70, but really? $80 for Mario Kart? That's not even mentioning that, of course, all the accessories and all the other bullshit they want to sell you is also super expensive. A Pro Controller, $80. Joy-Cons, another $80. Like, the camera, which I don't think anybody's really going to give a fuck about, $50. Like, upgrade packs for old Switch games. If you already own your Switch games and you want them to run better on the Switch 2, you have to spend fucking, I don't even know how much, probably 10 or whatever. They don't even say. But you have to pay an upgrade pack unless otherwise some of them are included if you have a Nintendo Switch Online subscription. Like, I think the Zeldas and whatnot. But I think it's still in the expansion pass. It's not just having a Nintendo Online subscription. You have to have the expansion pass. And it's like, what the fuck? Why are you nickel and diming everything? Like, I understand it's a business, right? This is a business at the end of the day. They're making money, but my God, this is just robbery. Like, why? You have everything on your side. All this whole feature list, all the games, all these things that are coming, like, they all sound A1. Buying a Switch 2, you need the console, you want a Pro Controller, you want a game. Those are the three things, the only three things that I would want. Is just a console, a regular controller, and a game to go with it. It's $450 for the console, $80 for the one good launch day game, and another $80 for the Pro Controller. You're spending over like $600 fucking dollars on just getting the bare minimum. I understand this has been this way for a while. Like, the PS5 launched at $500. Then you had to buy a game. It was already in the same ballpark, but this is setting a precedent that I do not want to see continue. Again, I love Mario Kart. I love all these Nintendo games, but like, you're gonna sit there and tell me that Mario Kart is worth $10 more than Tears of the Kingdom, which already it was like, why is this not $60? And I get it. Look, inflation and the economy and fucking tariffs and like whatever other bullshit, it's still ridiculous. Like, this pricing, it locks so many people out, including me. And you could be rich and it's still just the value is not there for an $80 video game. Like, I can swallow the price of the console on day one, right? Like, it's one time you spend money for the console and the software carries it. But if the software continues to be $80 a pop, we're screwed. Like, this We are Nintendo doomed to like straight up. This is not a good look to come out the gate with. Like everything was going swimmingly. Like the whole presentation was fantastic, and then you see that price completely took the wind out of my sails. Like absolutely, because man, it's pretty ridiculous. And I'm still excited, but this really makes it harder to be excited. Like Jesus, man, it's just not fair. You know, like straight up. I understand it's a business. I understand they got to make money, but $80 for one game, like no deluxe, no nothing. And then there's talks about like $80 is for the digital and it's actually $90 for physical. Like, dude, no way. I collect physical games. I like having my games physical. And if that's the case, that's going to really like practically ruin the whole Switch 2 generation. If you're telling me that physical games are by default $90, I mean, dude, I don't know anyone who can afford that. So yeah, I'm excited for the Switch 2, but those prices, they really, really suck ass. That's about it. See ya.